a recitation of Al Sharpton's poem for Jordan Neely, highlighting the themes of injustice, grief, and hope. We gather here today to say goodbye to a son, a brother, a friend, Jordan Neely, who was taken from us too soon by a senseless act of violence. Jordan Neely, who was screaming for help on a subway train, but instead of help, he got a chokehold that snuffed out his life. Jordan Neely, who loved to dance and make people smile, but instead of joy, he got pain and fear in his final moments. We are here to honor his memory and demand justice for his death. Justice for Jordan, who was killed by a stranger who had no right to take his life. Justice for Jordan, who was killed by a system that failed to protect him and others like him. Justice for Jordan, who was killed by a society that devalues and criminalizes black lives. We are here to express our grief and anger at this tragedy. Grief for Jordan, who had so much potential and talent to share with the world. Grief for Jordan, who had so much love and support from his family and friends. Grief for Jordan, who had so much hope and dreams for his future. We are here to share our solidarity and support with each other. Support for Jordan's mother, who lost her only child in a horrific way. Support for Jordan's siblings, who lost their beloved brother and role model. Support for Jordan's friends, who lost their loyal and fun companion. We are here to affirm our faith and resilience in the face of adversity. Faith in Jordan's spirit, which lives on in our hearts and minds. Faith in Jordan's legacy, which inspires us to fight for justice and peace. Faith in Jordan's vision, which challenges us to create a better world. We are here to say, rest in power. Jordan Neely, you are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are loved. You are missed. You are free. Al Sharpton's poem for Jordan Neely is a powerful eulogy for a victim of police brutality and racial discrimination. The poem reflects the experiences and emotions of many people who have suffered from similar injustices and violence in the U.S. and around the world. In his poem, Sharpton expresses his anger and grief over the senseless killing of Neely, who was choked to death by a white subway rider who claimed to act in self-defense. Sharpton condemns the vigilante act as a crime and calls for justice and accountability for Neely's family and community. He also criticizes the systemic racism and inequality that create the conditions for such tragedies to occur. Sharpton also pays tribute to Neely's life and legacy, remembering him as a talented performer, a loving son and brother, and a human being who deserved dignity and respect. He praises Neely's courage and resilience in facing the challenges of mental illness and homelessness, and his generosity and kindness in sharing his gifts with others. He says that Neely's spirit will live on in the hearts of those who knew him and those who fight for his cause. Sharpton also appeals to the audience to join him in demanding change and action from the authorities and society at large. He urges them to stand up against oppression and violence, to speak out against injustice and discrimination, and to support each other in solidarity and compassion. He says that Neely's death should not be in vain, but should inspire a movement for freedom and equality for all people. Sharpton's poem is a powerful expression of his own emotions, as well as those of many others who share his pain and outrage. His poem is also a call to action and a message of hope for a better future. His poem resonates with many people who have experienced or witnessed police brutality and racial discrimination, or who empathize with those who have. His poem is a testament to the strength and dignity of Neely and his community, and a challenge to the forces that seek to destroy them.